Hello, you amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another Taylor Swift Friday, and we are continuing our Evermore reaction journey. I was actually thinking about doing these every other week and then splicing in the surprise songs and like the secret songs and performances from the Eras tour as well. I've been given like quite a few playlists and all sorts of stuff. There's one big video as well, but honestly, it's going to be a tough one to do. It's going to be hard. I'm going to have to properly work out how to do it, but I thought it could be kind of fun to do those every other week and this every other week, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think about this idea? But either way, because I couldn't work that out, like the logistics of that, I figured that we would just continue our Evermore journey, especially considering how unbelievably excited I am to continue this journey. And I want to say a thank you for all the support this reaction series has already gotten. I really appreciate it. If you are new to this channel, we do Taylor Swift reactions every Friday and every Tuesday, and if you'd like to support them, please like the video, please subscribe, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, anything like that. It really helps, and who knows, maybe one day we can get a gold plaque on that wall, and the Swifties would have helped me get it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get comfy, relax, go grab yourself a nice hot drink, and let's jump into the rest of Taylor Swift's Evermore. Well, I say the rest, part 2 of Taylor Swift's album Evermore. So some of these we've already reacted to, like this one. I believe so, right? Around Christmas?
If I wanted to know who you were hanging,
but we'll check them out again anyway.
It's the kind of cold fogs up windshield glass, but I felt it when I passed you. There's an
I really love how the guitar works on your headphones. I don't know if you guys are listening to this on headphones as well, but how it sort of like goes between the both. It almost sounds like right now, listening to it on headphones, like there's a guitarist just playing in the back corner of a room.
By the ache in me, but if it's all the same to you, it's the same to me.
Like separate, but also part of this
performance. We could call it even. You could call me babe for the weekend. 'Tis the damn season right this time. I'm staying at my parents' house, and the road not taking looks real good now, and it always leads to you in my hometown. Right between the Methodist and the school that used to be ours. The holidays linger like bad perfume. You can run but only so far.
This song and the lyrics are making me just think of my own hometown. How many of you don't live like near where you grew up or the schools you went to anymore? How many of you like moved out of your hometown? For me, I have moved quite like 2 hours away from mine. And last year in the summer, I actually was down where I used to live for a while for like a little event. And I took my wife and our 2 sons to the village I grew up in. I took them to the house I grew up in. I took them to the village. I took them to like all the areas I sort of like played around in and everything, even my old school. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. Have you guys ever done that? Gone back to like where it all begun?
You did too. Remember how you watched me leave. But if it's okay with you, it's okay with me.
That's what this song makes me feel like. Nostalgia.
Tis the damn season right this time. I'm staying at my parents' house, and the road not taking looks real good now. Time flies, messy as the
that drum is really good as well.
I'm missing your smile, hear me out. We could just ride around, and the road not taking looks real good now, and it always leads to you in my hometown. Sleeping half the day just for old time's sake. I won't ask you to wait if you don't ask me to stay. So I'll go back to LA and the so-called friends who write books about me if I ever make it, and wonder about the only soul who can tell which smiles I'm faking, and the heart I know I'm breaking is my own. To leave the warmest bed I've ever known.
God, that line, that bar is so moving, and the heart I'm breaking I know is my own. To leave the warmest bed I've ever known. That is poetry. It is. There is such a weird, despite the fact that there is like a wintry image in the background. There is a warming, nostalgic feel to this entire song. You know, there is a story being unfolded that seems like the connections between romance and your past, the town you grew up in and your future, and revisiting and rekindling all those old flames. And that's what the song feels like to me. That's what it feels like Taylor is telling us. A story of relighting those old fires.
We could call it even.
In every meaning.
Even though I'm leaving, and I'll be yours for the weekend. 'Tis the damn season. We could call it even. You could call me babe for the weekend. 'Tis the damn season. Right this time, I'm staying at my parents' house, and the road not taking looks real good now.
I'm now looking at the chorus differently, you know, based on like the last verse we just had. We could call it even. You could call me yours for the weekend. You could call me babe for the weekend. It feels like someone going back to an old town. Both of them are single. There's an old love that they miss. Maybe they miss each other, and they're sort of saying, well, while I'm here, why not like just see each other, you know? I've missed you, you've missed me. That's what it feels like, you know? That's what this feels like. Like I said, rekindling those old flames in every meaning, whether it's your town or a relationship or family, like in every meaning of the word. That's what this song feels like.
Time flies, messy as the mud on your truck tires. Now I'm missing your smile. Hear me out. We could just ride around, and the road not taking looks real good now. And it always leads to you in my hometown.
And that's the road not taken.
Leads to you in my hometown.
The road taken always leads to you and my hometown. Beautiful, beautifully done. Beautifully done. The guitar work on that song is stunning. It reminds me of like, has anyone heard of a band called Think? It reminded me a lot of like their style of instrumental, you know, like this very sort of emotionally heavy and slow instrumental. And I feel like Evermore somehow like glides the line between like this style and also like a more magical, uplifting style, you know. But it definitely has the feelings of wilderness and nature just as an undertone throughout the whole album. And I think the official lyric videos match that as well. This really felt like the idea and story of going back to your hometown. There's people you haven't seen in years. There's your old partner and you're both single and you've sort of wandered back here and you're looking at everything and you like the song says, like there's a road you've taken, there's a future you've had, you know, you're pursuing this career or journey or moved away or whatever it is in life you're doing, and when you come back for one weekend you just think, let's just step back into the shoes of the younger version of me. And that is what this felt like. That is what it felt like Taylor was singing about. That's what it felt like the story was. And I feel like that's why it had this feeling of nostalgia, you know. That's what I got from it. That's why it made me want to that's why it made me think about that memory of me going back to my hometown and me exploring it, me seeing it. And I don't really have any people from my younger years that I'm really connected to. My oldest friend in the world is a girl called Laura, and she's the only person in my life now that was with me when I grew up. She went to play school, we call it here. It's like where you used to go when you're 2 years old. She went to that with me. She's my oldest friend ever, and I still talk to her. At least I did till now. And she came to my wedding and everything, and we're not crazy close. But for the last 3-4 years, she just hasn't responded to any of my messages. I haven't spoken to her in ages, and it's weird. She just blinked off the radar, and she's still active and online because I see her posting and stuff. But just hasn't responded to any of my messages. Just completely gone. And it's so funny because the last time I spoke to her, I was working at my old job, and now I'm doing this. And there's so much has changed. I just haven't spoken to her. It's so weird. She just won't reply to me anymore. But that she was my oldest friend in the world. It's a shame how things like that just happen. What a beautifully nostalgic and heartwarming song. Really does make you want to revisit doors of your past. Let's continue with Taylor Swift, Tolerate It. Also, if I have reacted to 'Tis the Damn Season, I really don't remember it. I feel like I did. I really do feel like I did. But I don't remember it that well if I did. Should we check, actually? Let's have a little look. Let's have a look. No, I don't think I have, actually. Maybe I was going to, but I never got round to it. Maybe I didn't. That would explain why it felt so new to me. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I'm getting it confused with another song. Tolerate It. Here we go. Oh, I like this piano opening.
I sit and watch you reading with your head low. I wake and watch you breathing with your eyes closed. I sit and watch you and notice everything you do or don't do. You're so much older and wiser, and I wait by the door like I'm just a kid.
Oh, that I note was haunting. That was stunning. That single note just goosebumps everywhere. What a beautiful note. The echo, reverb, and like extra vocals on that note, beautifully well done. And a fantastic lead into what I'm presuming is the pre-chorus.
Use my best colors for your portrait. Lay the table with the fancy shit and watch you tolerate it. If it's all in my head, tell me now. Tell me I've got it wrong somehow.
I heard this song?
I know my love should be celebrated, but you tolerate it. I greet you.
How? Have I heard Tolerate It before? Have I heard this one before? There's a familiar. Do you know what? There's a familiarity to the entire album. I haven't heard Tolerate It before. At least I don't think I have. I haven't done a reaction to it. This is just brilliantly well lyricized. I imagine so many people can relate to this song, and it is sad to say that. It is amazing. This is so good. I like bringing bringing alive feelings that someone goes through in a relationship like this. Like I said, it's sad for me to say that. I imagine a lot of us have been through a relationship like this, where you are giving someone love, time, dedication, and for some reason they don't seem like they like it. They don't seem like they care about it. And you start stepping on your own toes, and you're worried about being over affectionate. You start second guessing everything, and it feels like you're doing too much. Maybe you're doing too little. You don't know. You want to do these romantic things, but you feel like you're overstepping, and it just becomes a mess. And I feel like this is brilliantly well lyricized to showcase a relationship like that.
The battle heroes, welcome. I take your indiscretions all in good fun. I sit and listen. I polish plates until they gleam and glisten. You're so much older and wiser, and I wait by the door like I'm just a kid. Use my best colors for your portrait.
Oh, that I know every time. The lyrics just hit so hard. I wait by the door like I'm just a kid. Use my best colors for your portrait. Give you all my love, and you just simply tolerate it. I say this all the time, and it really is just so true. And I try and say it all the time because I want people to understand that this is what you should be looking for. Love is easy. It should never be hard. It's easy. And that doesn't mean you're never going to have an argument and you're never going to bicker. But it's about silly things, stupid things. And overall, when you meet the right person, it's not this. You don't have those feelings of doubt, those feelings of uncomfortability. You don't have those big arguments over crazy stuff. You're not working every day to make it happen. It just clicks. It's like you found someone who's a missing piece to your puzzle.
Lay the table with the fancy shit and watch you tolerate it? If it's all in my head, tell me now. Tell me I've got it wrong somehow. I know my love should be celebrated, but you tolerate
These lines as well. If it's in my head, tell me I'm wrong.
Worlds, where was I? Where's that man who threw blankets over my barbed wire? I made you my temple, my mirror, my sky. Now I'm begging for footnotes in the story of your life, drawing hearts in the byline, always taking up too much space or time. You assume I'm fine, but what would you do if
The I notes on this song are always so hauntingly executed, just heartbreakingly beautiful. The lyrics have to be some of the strongest real lyrics I have heard in a Taylor song, which is crazy to say, but I really believe it. I feel like this is such a fantastic showcase of someone going through a relationship like this. It has been beautifully articulated. It is taking someone's mind and putting it on paper. Everything about it. It really does just feel like that, like a relationship that is just completely one-sided. And it's heartbreaking. It is. Like, it's just the doubt and the worry and the questioning that comes from the chorus. You know, if I'm wrong, tell me now. And the doubt in yourself and the doubt in the relationship and doing everything for this person but getting nothing back and giving yourself to them and thinking that this is going to be the person for you and trying to make them the person for you but getting nothing back.
Took this dagger in me and removed it. Gain the weight of you, then lose it. Believe me, I could do it. If it's all in my head, tell me now. Tell me I've got it wrong somehow. I know my love should be celebrated, but you tolerate it.
Incredible lyrics. Really incredible lyrics from Taylor. What an awesome song.
I sit and watch you.
What an awesome and horrible song. The drum work on Evermore might be some of my favorite from Taylor. I feel like she has utilized the drum beautifully. She has like this light snare. It really does keep the beat and timing of the song, and it doesn't just feel like a background metronome. You know, it's not just there to keep the momentum. It's there as like a prominent instrument. It's highlighted. It's front and center stage with Taylor's vocals, and you wouldn't think it would work on softer songs like this, and yet somehow it does. It's very unusual, but it really does slot in nicely. I feel like the guitar work is like haunting as well. That word is probably one of the best words to describe everything from Evermore that I've heard so far. Magically haunting, something like that. And this song, just incredibly well written. And like I said, this is one of the best showcases of a relationship like this. And I hate that people that are watching this are going to know exactly what I'm talking about, that are going to feel this, that have had relationships like this. And I just want you to know, if you are currently going through a relationship like this and you've been doubting it and questioning it, just know that's not what it's supposed to be. You shouldn't have to worry every day and fight every day. And I know sometimes we get so caught up in the whirlwind of it all that we're stuck. And that we really try to make it work because we think it should work. But I want you to know, as someone who has experienced it on both sides, and I'm sure people who are watching this will be able to back me up here, hopefully, that when you're out of that whirlwind, you'll realize that you never should have been in it to begin with. And it's tough to get out of it, but once you are, you will see things differently, even if it does take time. And there will be a person that comes along that deserves your time. It's the only thing we never can get back. It's the most valuable thing a human has. So don't waste yours with someone who doesn't deserve it. Just remember that. And if you don't want to take my words for it, then just listen to a song like this where Taylor voices how it's affected her. And then listen to Taylor. I feel like she showcased it fantastically. Well, should we move on to the next one? No Body, No Crime. People have recommended this for a long time, so let's finally do it.
He did it. He did it.
Have I heard this? Have I seen this live? Like one of the live performances? Sounds familiar.
SD's a friend of mine. We meet up every Tuesday night for dinner and a glass of wine. SD.
Already completely different from every song we've heard in Evermore so far. This is old school Taylor.
Been losing sleep. Her husband's acting different and it smells like infidelity. She says that ain't my Merlot on his mouth. That ain't my jewelry on our joint account. No, there ain't no doubt. I think I'm gonna call him out. She says, I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. No, nobody, no crime, but I ain't letting up until the day I die.
This has like a kind of like a Dead South storytelling feel to it. I mentioned the Dead South in a previous reaction. I really love them. They're an awesome band. This reminds me of something that they would do. Like I'm already imagining like a music video to this song, like an investigation going on or something like that. That's what this feels like. I can already picture it. I can just see like a detective and like this big old drama story going on around this, you know? Some like a old school 60s noir style-esque video. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. And I really love that picture has been showcased on a topic that is so serious and devastating. There's like a weird element of like a dramatization to it that I feel like Taylor has captured brilliantly.
SD wasn't there Tuesday night at Olive Garden, at her job or anywhere. He reports his missing wife, and I noticed when I passed his house, his truck has got some brand new tires, and his mistress moved in, sleeps in SD's bed and everything. No, there ain't no doubt somebody's gotta catch him out, 'cause I think he did it, but I just can't prove it.
Is this song based on a true story in any element? Because I'm being honest, it feels like a freaking Netflix documentary or something from the lyrics that Taylor is presenting. I don't know whether or not Taylor just wanted to create a song around like a crime story, or whether there's some truth to these words, which if there is scary.
I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. No, nobody, no crime, but I ain't letting up until the day I die. I think he did it.
It really does feel like an older Taylor song. I can imagine this being like on Speak Now, you know? It has a very old school Taylor feel, which I really love and stands out massively on Evermore. Doesn't slot into the other songs at all. Really does feel like she uncovered this song and was like, oh, well, I forgot about this song. I'll just add it to Evermore.
He did it. Good thing my daddy made me get a boating license when I was 15. And I've cleaned enough houses to know how to cover up a scene. Good thing SD's sister's gonna swear she was with me. She was with me, dude. Good thing.
Why did she add that in? Why it like takes like a serious moment, just like makes it like slightly funny. She was with me, dude.
I swear she was with me. She was with me, dude. Good thing his mistress took out a big life insurance policy. They think she did it, but they just can't prove it. They think she did it, but they just can't prove it. She thinks I did it, but she just can't he died.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. We have Esty, who is convinced her husband is having an affair. Esty vanishes. Suddenly this mysterious mistress woman moves in with her husband. Esty's vanished. Then Taylor kills the husband, frames the mistress. And that's the end of the story? But all of this with only circumstantial evidence? Meaning that we don't know anyone was guilty of anything. Obviously, it seems mighty suspicious that Esty is gone missing, right? So we can presume that the guy is guilty. But there's been no answers. And with his death, we never get the answer. We never know if he did it. And then the mistress presumably is innocent in all of this, but is immediately framed for murder and goes down forever. This is so dark. Saying a mistress is innocent is obviously a questionable subject. I guess there's varying degrees of innocence. We've gone over this before. I mean, Taylor herself has spoken about it. She's done songs where she looks at things from the other woman's perspective, and I feel like it's very important to highlight that, because a lot of the time in these situations, the other women either don't know, have been misled, misinformed, or lied to. And it is sad to say that, but it is the truth. And we've seen that in a lot of instances where that is the case. And like I said, Taylor's even highlighted that, where a woman falls in love, is given all these promises. I don't want to be with her, I want to be with you, I love you, and everything falls apart and crumbles, and they were just in love with someone, the wrong someone. So in this situation, I guess it would be better to think that the mistress had something to do with Esty's disappearance. You know, they're both guilty. That's how we're going to look at it. Because the other option is that Taylor just framed a completely innocent woman in all of this and killed a guy. Taylor. Now, the scary thing is all of Taylor's songs do all have some elements of truth in this. I think this might be the exception. What a brilliantly written song. It is an absolute story. Like I said, it feels like a freaking documentary. It does. I felt like I should have got some popcorn, a hot chocolate, and just replay the whole thing and paint in these pictures of this terrible story of is it infidelity? Is that the word? In a relationship, or is it adultery? Wait, is infidelity something to do with? Is infidelity with? I think I used the wrong word. I think infidelity is something to do with a penis. Is it? Maybe I should Google this. Actually, I'm gonna look like an idiot. How do you spell it? Infidelity. Infidelity. The action. Oh no, I was right. Cool. Well, it is something to do with a penis, I guess. In a way. Alright, cool. I was well confused. I think I'm thinking of another word. Alright. Yeah, and that literally just gets completely out of hand, gets dark real fast, and just becomes absolutely devastating. But a fantastically written song. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful painting of words to form a spark in our imagination. Awesome. Very well done. What a fantastic song. Amazing. Is there a music video for that? If there isn't, it is an awful shame, because it would make an incredible music video. Very, very good. Wow. Wow. Love that. I felt like I was watching Knives Out 3 or something by just simply listening to a Taylor Swift song. Well, did I interpret something wrong? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as promised, we're not doing 3 songs this week. We're doing 4. So, the last one we're checking out today, Happiness. I love that America and Canada have these giant lakes. Just makes you think of like American Pie or something.
Honey, when I'm above the trees, I see this for what it is. But now I'm right down in it. All the years I've given is just shit we're dividing up. Showed you all of my hiding spots. I was dancing when the music stopped, and in the disbelief I can't face reinvention. I haven't met the new me yet.
this intro just, for some reason, makes me feel lucky. The lyrics about just splitting things up and showing someone all your hiding spots, just, for me, made me think of like when someone goes through those relationships and they end, and then you just have to restart your life, you know, from square one. Everything you thought was going to be in your future is just gone. Then you simply have to restart everything from square one. You start again. Your future is no longer with this person. You have to redraw the images of every day from that day. Everything you thought was going to happen is not going to happen. Everything is changing. And I feel very lucky that I only had to experience that shit once. That I went through that once. And it breaks my heart that people go through it more than once and have to restart more than once. Taylor being one of those people.
There'll be happiness after you, but there was happiness because of you. Both of these things can be true. There is happiness.
That line, "There'll be happiness after you," reminds me of How I Met Your Mother, where it's like there's a version of you without this person, and this isn't it. It's like there was a version of you before this person, there's a version of you after this person. The person you are now isn't it. And or something along those lines. Do you know the quote I'm talking about? But it's true. The version of yourself that after a relationship isn't you. It's something different.
Pass the blood.
Once again, Taylor just this whole album is so amazing lyrically.
Beyond the terror in the nightfall, haunted by the look in my eyes.
My nose.
I loved you for a lifetime. Leave it all behind, and there is happiness. Tell me, when did your winning smile begin to look like a smirk? When did all our lessons start to look like weapons pointed at my deepest hurt? I hope she'll be a beautiful fool who takes my spot next to you. No, I didn't mean that. Sorry, I can't see facts through all of my fury. You haven't met the new me yet.
She does such an incredible job. Such an incredible job at writing these emotions. The more I'm listening to Evermore, the more this album is a breakup album. Like, that's what it's starting to feel like for me. These lyrics are so fantastically well done to completely showcase the timeline thoughts of someone going through this, of someone going through this breakup, of someone finding themselves after a breakup, you know, going through those emotions, going through the dark moments, and then trying to find yourself, and then falling back into it, and then coming back out of it. It's just so brilliantly written. This has to be one of her best written albums ever. Like, it's fucking incredible.
There'll be happiness after me.
It captures all of those emotions, just plasters them in front of us.
Both of these things, I believe there is happiness in our history. Across a great divide, there is a glorious sunrise, dappled with the flickers of light from the dress I wore at midnight. Leave it all behind, and there is happiness.
I find it curious how a song called Happiness can be making me feel so sad. You wouldn't expect it, but then again, that's Taylor. I'm just sitting here heartbroken at the thought of someone trying to find themselves again, looking at the relationship and knowing that they made someone happy, that they felt happiness, but not feeling it now, and choosing to believe all of that, deep down believe.
I can't make it go away by making you a villain. I guess it's the price I paid for 7 years in heaven, and I pulled your body into mine every goddamn night. Now I get fake niceties. No one teaches you what to do. My good too. Honey, when I'm above the trees.
It's incredible how Taylor is able to write these songs. How the biggest freaking superstar on this planet is able to go into the minds and hearts of each and every single one of us, take our feelings and explain them to us. That is what this feels like. It is amazing how many Swifties I read comments of who relate to these songs, how many say this is their favorite song, that's their favorite song, this song reminds me of this song helped me get through this. It is incredible how someone who is so far beyond us, who lives a life that we couldn't even imagine, is just next door, is our friend, is someone we went to school with, is us. And it doesn't make any sense, but it's true. And it's Taylor Swift.
I see it for what it is, but now my eyes leak acid rain on the pillow where you used to lay your head. After giving you the best I had, tell me what to give after that. All you want from me now is the green light of forgiveness. You haven't met the new me yet.
It's amazing that a lot of these songs as well could be talking about either relationships or a song like this, You Haven't Met the New Me Yet, 7 years of my best, the best versions of me, and all these different things. If there wasn't references to the bed and where someone used to lie and sleep and that sort of thing, it wouldn't be such a showcase of a relationship as much as it could be something else Taylor went through that obviously a lot of us know. And I find it interesting how this song could be both. And a lot of Taylor's songs are like that. Taylor talks about a certain business relationship as if it was a romantic one. And by doing that, we relate to it differently than maybe how she does.
And I think she'll give you that. There'll be happiness after you, but there was happiness because of you too. Both of these things can be true. There is happiness in our history, across our great divide. There is a glorious sunrise, dappled with the flickers of light from the dress I wore at midnight. Leave it all behind. Oh, leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. And there is happiness.
Aaron really just does everything. Like reading those credits, it's like Aaron just did everything. I don't know how she does this. And considering how long I've been reacting to Taylor for, you would assume that I do now. That I do know how she does this. That I do understand what I'm getting. That I expect this. That I know what I'm walking into, but I don't. And that's the truth. I don't. It still surprises me. It still shocks me every single time. I don't know if it ever won't do that. And I find that incredible. That no matter how many times I listen to Taylor, I'm just shocked that she's able to listen to me. Does that make sense? I've never had that before. Not on this level. And not with every song. Not when I sit down and talk to Swifties. Not when I talk to you guys in the community. Not when I like listen to other people's stories. I've never had it before where so many people feel like someone is talking about them. So many people can relate to songs differently in different ways, and Taylor might have written them of thinking like talking about someone else, talking about a different situation than we interpret it as, but we feel it differently. And Taylor herself has said this, that she never likes to say names or fully explain what a song is about or go into detail about it as much as she can avoid doing so, because she likes us to be able to do that for her. She likes us to be able to listen to these songs and fill the names ourselves and fill the blank spaces and faces ourselves, put ourselves and other people into these stories, and through that we find a different path in the music that Taylor didn't expect us to. And I think that's the brilliance of her when it comes to her writing. It's not literal, it's open, but it is to her. Somehow it is a complete contradiction where the song has a story, has a character, but also doesn't. But in Taylor's mind it does, but it doesn't. And I don't even know how to explain it beyond that. It truly is genius. It is amazing how you can feel this. I have to say, Evermore, I feel like is some of her best lyrics I've ever heard. Every song feels relatable, heavy, brutally real and raw, and it just feels so emotionally devastating. I just find something so special in the pain of Evermore, if that makes sense. There's somehow a complete magic to this album, as there also is a complete heartbreak to it. So bizarre. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, I guess that's where my reaction ends. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please support the video by liking and subscribing. You can also sign up to the Patreon. It's $1 a month. You get access to all sorts of things, including the extra Patreon videos, and you can even DM me and say hello on there as well. It's the only application I have my DMs open these days because things get a bit too hectic on other platforms. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I love you.